I cannot tell you the importance of free speech. When God sends Moses, the Lord sends Moses, he says, Moses complains because he doesn't speak eloquent enough. Now, don't send me, Lord, don't send me. I don't speak eloquent. A lot of people will tell you that's his stutter, his slur, but it's not that. It's eloquence. Eloquence is proper. And as the saints have written, it is better to be holy than it is to be eloquent. When you have holiness, you speak true for everybody. Holiness is holily one. That's every mother, every daughter. You're going out the garden, she's life, mother to all living. He is dust. He's the covering. When we get put into these pigskins, this is the man. The man is the skin. He's the pig. God never called his daughter such things. Ever. The closest you'll come is whore Jezebel. Why whore Jezebel? Read Revelation. It tells you why. Because she goes home. That's holiness. When you have boys with words, when you have men with words, that's from their moms. Now you'll notice even your mom will go against this. Yes, because she's moved, and you're to keep it. You're to keep it. That's your culture. That's what God did with you. That's the hand of God. That's why the fifth command is honor thy father and mother. And it's the first promise from God to the children, that it go well with them and they receive the land, that they may live long upon it. Well, that's from your fathers. That's the hand, the five, the ha. Why Abram becomes Abraham. Every father is blessed. Every husband is a father. That's when Abram receives the blessing from God. When he raises his hand and takes the daughter. Now, with Abram and all of us, we do it by oath. Okay? I don't know anybody but Jesus and John the Baptist and Jeremiah and Daniel. But Daniel was castrated. Jeremiah was called as a kid. And John the Baptist, we already know, was reborn in the womb. Well, then Jesus is one that didn't do none of that. Didn't have any of that pressing on him. He didn't come out of his mother till 30. Well, that's what mama pays for with her blood. That's the first law. It's the first tutor. It's why you have to come out of it and go before it, keeping the truth. That's the law that you learn to keep as a man. Well, you learn it under your mom. Well, at 29 and a half is the Saturn rotation. That's Saturn's year, 29.5. 29 and a half years. Well, that's a week. Saturn's the seventh planet. That's a week. That's why they circumcise on the 8th day. Because it's to let you know when you're 30, your mama can't guard you no more. You're God's now. You belong to God. Mama raises boys. God makes man. Mama doesn't make man. Mama makes boys, and she does perfect. No matter what she does, if she sells you down the river, perfect. God is with her. He's not going to not say that that's not a perfect work, because she's going to heaven. Whatever she's done is finished. Well, your words are part of that. That's why you have to honor and obey your father and mother. And as you get the command, you have to make that division between the women and you. Like when Sarah says she doesn't laugh, the Lord says, yea, but thou didst laugh. And then he turns back and talks to Abraham at the time. And you notice he doesn't argue with her. He just says what it is and he goes about. Well, Christ does the same thing. When his mother says, where have you been? I've been looking for you all this time. He's like, why are you looking for me? She says, me and your father have been looking for you. He says, but you knew I would be about my father's business. Understand? He doesn't argue with her. He just says what the truth is and moves forward. Same way with your words. Free speech. If it is, and it is, that you're given these words, and God has damned man, the serpent seed born under. and he has to come out and be reborn. Then if you can't call that God damned, what do you call God damned? If you don't teach that you're God damned, that God has walled it this side of heaven or that, and all the women are on that side, how do you describe things? You'll find God damned in 3:17 and in the garden, the curse. The curse is damned. But God doesn't say, I damn you. He says, cursed for your sake. And it is for your sakes that you're damned. It's so you learn how to guard the woman. That when he gives you something, you have to cover it. Because it's a valuable gift. And there's things coming for it. And no man can do this. Like God has set the world up that no man can do this. All you can do is trust God, offering your life to God. That's Shamar, Shema. Shamar in Arabic, and Shema in Hebrew. It means on guard, Shishini in Chinese. Ruach in heaven. Ua or Ura or Hua in American and English and British and Spartan. It means men. Rally for the woman. The Hua is to remind you of lovemaking. And so when you're on the front line and you're dying and the pain is coming, you remember her birth, her childbirth, her pains, so that you bear your pains. Well, that's how you do guard. You offer your life to your husband. That's what she does in the bedroom, in the house. That's why your blood goes before. Those words that you're taught, as the Lord says to Moses, who puts words in men's mouth? Who puts words in your mouth? Is the question. Now you will notice that every single church in this nation is damn near God damned in peril. Because when you come in the door, they put words in your mouth. It's better you stay as Moses, holy, than it is for you to be eloquent. Because being holy, you will be with God. Being eloquent, you will give up your salt. You will be no good to be saved. You will only be good for throwing out to be trampled on underfoot of man. Who else gets trampled underfoot of man? The serpents. That means you won't be reborn. That means you won't hold what God done. Again, that's why it's the fifth command, the parents. Because if you cannot believe that God had worked that in your life, you're not going to believe a fucking thing about God. Nothing of heaven will you believe if you cannot believe that he did that part perfect. Step-parents or not, whatever it be, because sons should not be to stepdads. They shouldn't be. They can honor them as elders, but like Christ does Joseph, you have to go out from under them. And as a man, you have to do this even to your father, because you're going to get a wife. And he's going to say something about your wife, or he's going to cause somewhere where you divert from God as giving your life, as in the Shamar. Shema also is, hear ye, O Yisrael, the Lord your God is one. Thou shalt love the Lord your God. Thou shalt serve the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, all your strength. What translates to the First Amendment, first sentence, Congress shall not establish a religion, nor shall they prohibit the free exercise thereof. That's the first two commands. Choose free, and don't make idols taking freedom. Don't bring your opinion to God's command. That's what Ham did when he judged Noah for being drunk. That's Satan's lowest servant. Noah wasn't in sin. Ham was. Noah stayed sober even when drunk. He kept the command of God. Choose free. Their opinions should not be ruling over your liberties. Their opinions should not be putting bits in your mouth. Your God has already given you your words. Be you, or go to hell. As a man, go to hell. The woman, she's already her. She's sealed in blood. You're to be the man. He's offered you all of it. As Christ said, it is the Father's good pleasure to give you the whole of the kingdom, O you of little faith. Well, if you can't believe that the daughter is the daughter of the Father, who you raised your hand and swore to, you're not going to believe anything about the kingdom of heaven and God, because she is the kingdom. Each one is a pearl, each one is a gate. The gate is the city is the kingdom. God bless. Be faithful.